Hey guys, what's up? Nathan here from Worship Calling and the Worship Journal Guitarist Edition. Got ourselves a Tone Master Tuesday on a Wednesday because YouTube told me that's when you make every strum count. So I'm going to take a break from the drive stack videos. I still have some, so be sure to subscribe. We're going through all the dominant popular drive stacks that people use and trying to recreate some of that tone in the Tone Master Pro, having a blast doing it. So make sure and check out the previous videos and subscribe so you don't miss any of those. But today, what I wanted to talk about was my ambient tone and kind of what I'm doing for my ambient guitar sound. I've gotten a couple of questions about this, so I wanted to kind of dive in a little bit and look at that. So let's jump over to Pro Control. Now, this is my Blonde 65 Deluxe preset version 12. It's in the cloud, so if you're a cloud user, if you're a Tone Master Pro user and have access to the cloud, download it, check it out, see what you like, remove what you don't like, change it up, make it work for you. So I run this instrument and mic line parallel signal path type. That's what I run. The reason I do that is I run my vocals through the Tone Master Pro. So this mic line down here, that is all for my vocals. This is all my guitar up here. This is also why I use a boost pedal at the end of my guitar chain so that I have a volume knob that only affects my guitar. So I can turn the volume of my guitar up and down with a very simple knob and not change the volume of my microphone. So that's why that's there. I've gotten a few questions about that as well. Now, for my ambient all lives in this path here, this parallel path. These two reverbs are the foundation of all my ambient tone. I have done my ambient this way since early versions of Guitar Rig from Native Instruments. I did this on the Helix, and I'm doing it on the Tone Master Pro. I love having my ambient set up this way in its own path, and then I take the splitter and I actually assign level A and level B. So level A is the top of that path, right? So there's nothing in the top path. That is just going to be the guitar path. None of these ambient reverbs. Path B is the reverbs. So I assign my expression pedal to those two parameters. So you can see right here on this expression pedal, splitter A, which if you remember, splitter A was the non-ambient path. When it is at heel 100%, when it's at toe, it's at 0%. And then you just do the exact opposite on level B. It's the exact opposite. Heel is 0% and toe is 100%. So this lets me kind of bring my ambient in and out with an expression pedal, and you lose none of the tails, none of the decay of the reverb. It's all there. You don't lose any of it. You can just kind of glide in and out as you need. You'll see this. I'm moving my expression pedal right now, and you can just see it. It's moving those two levels and splitting the path. So if I go full toe, I've got all this ambient going through there. So what am I doing for the ambient? The ambient, let me turn off the large hall so you can just hear the ethereal. This pedal, I absolutely love this thing. I did a quick video going over the new reverbs when the firmware came out. And if you've seen that video, the one thing I love about these Convolution reverbs that they added in, I think it was the last firmware, is they're so simple. There's not a million parameters to go through. It's very simple. It's just, here's the effect. How much mix do you want? Do you want some pre-delay, low cut, and treble, right? There's not a million parameters that you can adjust. It's very simple, and all of them are that way. So I'm running this one at 50%. I'm giving this one just a little bit of pre-delay, so a little bit of that note kind of punches through before it hits the reverb. I didn't mess with the low cut at all. I like the treble right there, just dead center, 12 o'clock, and I like this reverb a lot. Now, this is kind of the glue, is this Fender large hall reverb. I pulled the mix down just a little bit, it's 40%. I put a huge, what I feel like is a huge amount of pre-delay, because that's allowing the ethereal hall, that convolution reverb, to kind of cut through, because there's such a large amount of pre-delay. So it helps kind of cut that thing through the large hall before it just gets huge and expansive. Got a pretty generous amount of decay, a little bit of dampening, diffuse. The hall, I've got it at a 66%, kind of a large setting there. Didn't really change any of this stuff here, but this is just the large hall. And especially when it's just the large hall on, you can really hear that pre-delay. My notes are still cutting through that large hall. That's what that pre-delay is going to give me, right? So that allows that ethereal to kind of cut through. So when you've got both of them together, that's when you get that just... and I think it sounds amazing. And the thing I love that I throw in a lot of times is this stereo digital delay. And it's a pretty high mix, 50% mix, because most of the time when I'm using this delay, it's when I have the ambient path engaged. You know, it may not be 100% toe, but I've got some of that ambient going. And what I like is how when the delay hits that ambient, it almost swallows it. And that's why I don't have this delay pedal in that parallel path, because then it would swallow almost every bit of it and you wouldn't even really hear any of the delay. It just gets real expansive. I like still getting a little bit of the delay, so a little bit still going on that path A, because it's before that parallel path. But what is going down to path B, it just really expands it out. So 50% mix doesn't feel like 50%, because a huge portion of it is getting swallowed up by that ambient tone. I love the way that ambient turned out with the combination of that stereo digital delay going into the ambient. And you can always pull back that ambient if you want more of that delay, right? So I can still use the delay as just kind of a delay. It's a little bit high on the mix if I didn't have any of it going into the ambient, but when you put it into that ambient, it just really sings, in my opinion. So yeah, that's how I'm running my ambient. All my presets that are in the cloud have a version of this, right? Some of the earlier versions, I was still playing around with different delays going into that large haul. This ethereal is what I've landed on here as of late and absolutely love, especially with that stereo digital delay at the end of my guitar amp going into it. Love it. So check it out, download the preset, play with it, see what you think. Take some of those pieces out that you like, delete anything you don't, make it your own, make it work for you. And with that, make every strum count, and I'll see you guys next time.